Hello, sports fans. It is Friday, October the 4th, the year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Let's start with the NFL game from last night, where the Cleveland Browns at home beat the Buffalo Bills 37-24. The Browns go up to 3-2, and right now they're in first place. They've won 3 in a row. The Bills dropped to 2-3. This was a bizarre game, to say the least. The Bills come out flying in the first quarter. They're up 10-0. They're dominating the game. Then the Browns dominate the second quarter. The Browns take a 17-10 lead at the half. Hoyer gets hurt. He leaves the game. We'll see how long he's out. Whedon comes in. The fans are booing him. He starts to pick up his play, though. So the Browns are up 17-10 at the half. Then the Bills own the third quarter. The Bills outscore the Browns 14-7. Spiller has a huge run to get him going in the third quarter. It's 24-24 at the end of 3. Manuel, the quarterback for Buffalo, leaves the game with an injury, so Buffalo's playing their backup. Fourth quarter dominated by Cleveland. They get a big interception return for a touchdown. They outscore Buffalo 13-0, and Cleveland pulls away and wins 37-24 in a bizarre game. Injuries, the swings from quarter to quarter, very bizarre game. How about Cleveland? 3 in a row, they're in first place right now, starting to show some signs of life. Now listen, they're not going to the Super Bowl. They're probably not even making the playoffs, but they are starting to show some signs. They have a lot of draft picks this year, so they are showing signs of life. We all love the tight end, so Cleveland, I have to tip my cap to them. 3-2, I never thought they'd win 3 in a row. Never thought at any point this year they'd be in first place. Nice job by the Browns. We know the Bills have a lot of work to do. Okay, so that was your football from last night. As far as your Major League Baseball from yesterday, we had 2 wipeouts yesterday. The first game, the St. Louis Cardinals at home just routed Pittsburgh 9-1. Wainwright was good. A.J. Burnett was very bad. A.J. Burnett pitched yesterday like he pitched with the Yankees. He was atrocious yesterday. Didn't give his team a chance to win. St. Louis all over Pittsburgh in Game 1. Dodgers beat Atlanta 6-1 in Atlanta, so they take a 1-0 lead. Kershaw again with a gem. Gonzalez with a home run. How good is Kershaw? The man pitches great games every single time out. Tremendous pitcher. So we'll see where Atlanta goes from here. Now they got to face Greinke. Not an easy chore for Atlanta. I thought Atlanta would make this a series, but after watching last night's game, I'm not so sure. But Kershaw can make you look bad, so the Dodgers lead 1-0 in that series. Caught a little college football last night. UCLA beat Utah in Utah. Remember, me and Joe Spano were talking about that game on Wednesday. We both liked UCLA. They did win and they did cover. They made it interesting, I'll tell you, UCLA. They didn't capitalize on the chances they had. Utah had, 6 turnovers in this game? And UCLA just could not capitalize on them, and Utah hung around in this game. UCLA should have put them away many times, let Utah hang around. UCLA does hang on and wins by 7 points. They do cover the spread, so me and Joe Spano did get that game right. As far as Texas and Iowa State, Texas went into Iowa State and beat the Cyclones 31-30. Texas is not that good this year. We know Iowa State's not that good. Texas was actually lucky to win this game. Had to score late to do it. Got a favorable call at the goal line where the Texas back might have fumbled. They say he didn't, and Texas went in to score from there. So Mac Brown gets a much-needed win. I don't think Mac Brown's going to survive. They play Oklahoma next week. We'll get into that with Spano on Wednesday for our college football picks, but Texas does win last night. Okay, as far as your lineup for the weekend, and we have a busy lineup of sports for the weekend, let's go through the baseball real quick. Today's games in baseball, you have a quadruple header in baseball. If you like baseball, you can watch baseball basically all day into the night tonight. You have Pittsburgh and St. Louis Game 2 kicking it off. Then you have Tampa Bay at Boston. That's Game 1 there. Dodgers Atlanta Game 2 there. And then you have Detroit Oakland, the nightcap. A quadruple header in baseball. Then on Saturday, Tampa Bay Boston Game 2. Detroit Oakland Game 2, and then Sunday, St. Louis at Pittsburgh Game 3 as they switch sites, and Atlanta at the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium Game 3. So you got wall-to-wall baseball over the weekend. As far as college football, I would really zero in on these 3 games. Maryland and Florida State, both undefeated, both in the top 25. Washington and Stanford, very, very intriguing game up in the farm in Stanford. And Ohio State and Northwestern, that's where College Game Day will be. That's the primetime game, Ohio State, Northwestern. I think Ohio State is a little too much for Northwestern, but we shall see. That's why they play the games. As far as the NFL goes, a lot of tasty games in the NFL this week. New Orleans at Chicago, really good game, really good setting in historic Soldier Field. If you ever get to Chicago, get to Soldier Field. It is a really, really nice place. There's not a bad seat in the house. You get to see the Bears. Really, really nice stadium, so definitely check that out. Detroit at Green Bay, that's a very intriguing game. The Sunday night game, Houston at San Francisco is a good game. You got Denver and Dallas. We'll see if Denver can continue to keep flying high. Kansas City and Tennessee is a good game, although Locker is out. We'll see how Fitzpatrick plays. I'm not a lover of Fitzpatrick, as you know. Baltimore, Miami, definitely intriguing. And New England, Cincinnati. What a tremendous game that is. Cincinnati's had a lot of interesting games this year. So the NFL, a nice slate of games. And of course, you got your NHL. Believe it or not, we are in the hockey season. I was watching the Penguins last night beat the Devils. Hard to believe we're in the hockey season already. I mean, hockey just goes on forever. And I'm a big hockey fan, but it's too early for hockey. But I did check out some of the Penguins last night. Of course, keep an eye on the President's Cup, the United States against the international team. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, to me, I like the President's Cup. It's not the Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup, a little more prestige, but I do keep an eye on the President's Cup. And if you want to check out a movie today, it's coming out this week, and I believe it's out today, Gravity, with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock, who I hear are really good friends in real life. This movie looks visually spectacular. Now, this is probably one you don't want to see on DVD. You want to get to your theater, you want to see, on the big screen, Gravity, about two people up in space, and I guess all sorts of things happen up there, and they're stranded in space. Looks visually spectacular. That usually means the characters aren't well developed. You're going to get great special effects. The characters are going to be flimsy, kind of like Jurassic Park. The dinosaurs were to die for, but the real people, needed some work. Same thing here. I think you're going to get great special effects. I'm sure the story's good. I'm sure they don't develop the characters as much as you'd hope. But Gravity looks pretty good. I read one review on it. 0 to 4 stars. They gave it 3. That's a good solid rating. I thought maybe it would be a little high, but 3 is nothing to sneeze about. Might want to check out Gravity. Also, Tom Hanks has a new movie coming out. I think it's next week. We'll get into that. That one looks like a good one as well. So a couple good movies coming out if you want to check them out in your local theaters. Okay, you guys are all set for the weekend. You guys enjoy your weekend. You guys stay safe. Enjoy all the games. You got a lot of stuff going on. Today, quadruple header in baseball. If you're a baseball lover, you can sit on your couch today from about 1 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning and watch baseball. So it's a big baseball night. You got your college football, you got your NFL, you got your NHL, you got your President's Cup and golf. You guys enjoy the weekend, stay safe, enjoy the games. I will be back with you Monday. We will recap it all. You guys, thanks for the support. Talk to you Monday. Take care.